As we approach primary day, Trump is still ahead by leaps and bounds in these polls. In Iowa, he is currently up in the average by 33 points. 51 over DeSantis' 19 and Nikki Haley clocking in at 16 points. Meanwhile, in New Hampshire, you have Trump clocking in the latest polling at 44, Nikki Haley at 29, Christie at 10, and DeSantis at 11. Even if you combined Christie and DeSantis, that would take you to slightly more than Trump's total vote, but they're both in the race. So this means that Trump right now is the odds-on favorite. And the more you attack Trump, the more people defend Trump. That's the way that this works. So when Nikki Haley makes the case against Trump, the correct case, by the way, that chaos follows Trump, which is to say Trump causes chaos and then chaos follows him, she's not wrong. But also, when you cause the chaos, but the chaos is so much greater than the thing that you caused, the narrative turns from you victimized yourself to you are a victim of the system. Yes, Trump, as I've said clearly and openly many, many times, was wrong. He was lying between the election and January 6th when he said that certified election results could be overturned by the vice president of the United States. It was not true. It was not true. And he was fibbing about it. And he was exacerbating things. He was making things worse. Also, the result of that is not that you get barred by Supreme Courts on the state level from the ballot. It is not that you get criminally prosecuted multiple times across the nation. And so Nikki Haley is right, but it doesn't matter because, again, people are resonating to Trump in reaction to the thing that is being done against him.
I think President Trump was the right president at the right time. I agree with a lot of his policies. I had a good working relationship with him. But rightly or wrongly, chaos follows him. We all know that. Chaos follows him. And we can't be
has been part of that.
But we can't be a country in disarray and have a world on fire and make it through 4 years of chaos. We can't.
Okay, I mean, even if she's right about that, it doesn't matter because if the Democrats are seeking the chaos, the answer for many Republicans is going to be, okay, then you're going to reap the whirlwind. That is going to be the response, predictable response from Republicans. And meanwhile, Democrats are going to use that as, okay, well, they're ready to elect Orange Hitler. Fine, we'll do whatever we can to stop him. This is going to get so ugly so quickly. By the way, as I say, most normal people look at Trump, and when he says wild and crazy things, they think to themselves, that's just because he's brash and a loudmouth. It's not because he's wrong. That's particularly true when it comes to his rhetoric around immigration. So you saw Jen Psaki just a moment ago suggesting that because people support Trump more, 42% of Republicans say they support Trump more after his poisoning the blood of our system, illegal immigration, that is evidence that they support fascism. The reason that many people are supporting Trump because of his immigration rhetoric is because they believe that he is saying things that even Democrats are saying, but he's being penalized when Democrats are not. So, case in point today, according to the Washington Post, authorities are now investigating the death of a 5-year-old boy in Chicago who had been staying at one of the city's largest migrant shelters for new arrivals from the U.S. southern border. The boy was at the shelter on South Halsted Street when the child was reported to not be feeling well, according to the Chicago PD. An ambulance took him to the hospital where he died on Sunday. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office identified the child as John Carlos Martinez Rivero and said the office has not yet determined the cause of death. It's not clear what country he is from or how he arrived in Chicago. He and his family were among 13,000 migrants staying in city shelters, according to city records. The holidays are here. If you're looking for the perfect gift for somebody you love, or even something nice for yourself, you need to check out Bon Charge. Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Their extensive range of premium wellness products helps you sleep better, perform better, recover fast, reduce inflammation, and so much more. From blue light glasses to red light therapy, Bon Charge products, they help you naturally address the issues of our modern-day way of life effortlessly and with maximum impact. My favorite product from Bon Charge is their infrared sauna blanket. That infrared sauna blanket has all kinds of benefits. It's designed to fit inside your sauna blanket, the insert, to absorb your sweat, keep you drier. It also uses infrared light. That means it heats the body directly rather than heating the air around you like a traditional sauna, so you get the same benefits at a lower heat. Now, I rave about this product, but it's not just me. And we have people over to our house who rave about this product as well. It's an amazing product. This holiday season, Bon Charge is offering a massive 25% off site-wide. Head on over to boncharge.com. The 25% off code will be auto-applied to your entire order. That is boncharge.com. Hurry while it is in stock. Let's talk about your back taxes or unfiled returns. The IRS is currently escalating collections by adding 20,000 new agents. In these challenging times, your best defense is to use Tax Network USA. With over 14 years of experience, Tax Network USA has saved their clients over $1 billion in back taxes. They specialize in negotiating with the IRS, and they aim to reduce your debt significantly. Tax Network USA doesn't just negotiate. They protect your assets from IRS seizures and manage your yearly returns for ongoing compliance. Importantly, they're licensed to help with all state tax issues regardless of where you live in the United States. Seize control of your financial future now. Don't let tax issues overpower you. Contact Tax Network USA for immediate relief and expert guidance. Call 855-225-1040 or visit tnusa.com/Shapiro. Turn to Tax Network USA. Find your path to financial peace of mind. That is tnusa.com/Shapiro. Tax Network USA. They're the people you should contact. Don't get behind on your taxes. If you do, it's going to ruin your life. Instead, call 855-225-1040 and get those tax issues ironed out, or visit tnusa.com/Shapiro. The Biden administration, which has facilitated this massive crisis at the border and refuses even now to sign into law border provisions that would solidify the border, even to get their Ukraine funding, they won't do it. Meanwhile, the White House is blaming, wait for it, Republicans on all of this, like Greg Abbott. So here's Karine Jean-Pierre, world's worst press secretary for the White House, suggesting that the death of this 5-year-old migrant in Chicago was not the fault of the administration for letting in a bunch of unvetted people who may or may not be healthy. It was the fault of Greg Abbott for sending this kid to Chicago.
Some of the local officials in Chicago have gone so far as to blame the Texas governor for busing migrants into Chicago and have said that that policy has led to situations like this one with a young boy. Does the White House share that view?
So I'm not going to go into specific cases from here. We've always been very clear, and you heard me at the top, the first question that I got, that we believe that Governor Abbott's policies and his political stunts are not safe. They're not safe for the Texas communities and our CBP, our law enforcement on the ground who are trying to do their work. They put them in harm's way, and they dehumanize and demonize immigrants.
Yeah, it's about dehumanization. Maybe what's dehumanizing is shipping people across the border by leaving the border completely open and then busing them to the interior of the United States with no plan for how to deal with them. Meanwhile, the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, who is as left can be, he's suggesting that Greg Abbott is attacking the country by sending people on buses to Chicago. So first of all, it says a hell of a lot about Chicago. When you're the mayor of a city, you're like, yeah, man, if you send people here, it's like a hellscape. You're attacking the country by sending people to my city. First of all, that's saying a lot. But second of all, again, the language the Democrats use about immigration is the same as the language that Republicans use as soon as the immigrants arrive in their areas. Here's Brandon Johnson.
The issue is not just how we respond in the city of Chicago. It's the fact that we have a governor, an elected official in the state of Texas that is placing families on buses without shoes, cold, wet, tired, hungry, afraid, traumatized, and then they come to the city of Chicago where we have homelessness, we have mental health clinics that have been shut down and closed. You have people who are seeking employment. The governor of Texas needs to take a look in the mirror of the chaos that he is causing for this country. This is not just a Chicago dynamic. He is attacking our country.
Okay, so it's illegal immigration. What he's saying right here is that illegal immigration is an attack on our country. It's just that Greg Abbott shipping illegal immigrants up to Chicago is the attack on our country. That sounds very much like the stuff that Trump says about immigration. But when Democrats say it, it's them being tolerant and diverse. When Republicans say it, it's them being fascist. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.